A page has turned in your life. Things are changing and I'm getting so excited for you. Like, this has been I always say this has been a long time coming, but like this has literally been a long time coming. Whatever you're going through or whatever you went through, like it was a lot. It was a lot. And there is like a new page. You're entering a new era. I'm like, I was meditating and there were birds chirping right before this. And it's just like, it's like spring has sprung, and even though it's not totally here yet, it's like there is new energy coming, like there is transformation happening, things are being birthed, things are being mutated and changed in your life so that you can be a better, like higher version of yourself. And this is so exciting, and like everything that you've learned, like you got to be grateful for it. You have to be grateful for these last stages of your life. Like recognize, I saw this amazing thing and I need to post it on my Instagram story so that everyone like sees it and sees like it in his words. But Rich Roll, he on his podcast, he was talking about how he has all of his students keep a diary of their failures, things that like really sucked, bad things in their life. He calls it like a failure journal or something. So he makes everyone like write down whatever failure it was or whatever bad thing it was. And then in a certain amount of time, like maybe 3 months per se, they come back and look at that journal and look at that thing and they're like, how did that actually improve my life? Because you never know, like when things alter your course, but it's actually for your highest good. It just feels so sucky at the time. Like how many of you have gone through a breakup and then you realize that was the best thing that ever happened to me? Like thank God. Like thank God that happened, you know, because I learned so much, because I'm not with that person, because we broke up and then we got back together and we learned so much about each other during that phase, or you know, whatever. That's just like a breakup example. But there's so many things in your life that can happen that are like bad things, but they actually are lessons. And like that's kind of like what the universe like wants you to realize. Like all these things, these bad things are not actually bad things. They're actually beautiful things that have helped you grow, and they might have really been really freaking sucky, but like how else would you go through that? This is something that I actually woke up, I had like really crazy sleep last night, and I was like waking up and I'm on my acne journey and I'm going through that, and I just tried so many things over the last 4 years of having acne after coming off of birth control. And sorry, I lost my train of thought of why I was telling the story. Oh yeah, so I like woke up this morning, and there's some days that are different when you're experiencing honestly anything, but like acne. And some days you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, I just don't want to deal with this. Like, why is this going on? You really get into victim mindset. And I was like immediately woke up in this energy, and I was like, no, like I need to meditate. So I did a grateful, like abundance meditation, and it was just beautiful to like see the transformation of acne in my life, because it actually like, or just the way that I was thinking about this. And this isn't the first time that I've like transformed my perspective around acne. Also, sorry if it's loud outside. There's I think there's like trash outside. But anyways, I was able to go from being like, fuck, I have another pimple, fuck, like I'm, going on a trip, I don't want to like have pimples while I go on a trip, like all these anxious thoughts were coming up for me. And then during this meditation, I was able to go from those anxious ways of thinking to transforming it and actually realizing like this has been like one of the biggest blessings in my life, because it actually made me become what I am like becoming. Like it made me interested in the things that I'm interested in. It made me want to go and become an acupuncturist and study Chinese medicine. It made me investigate my health. It made me healthier because it's showing me signs of what's going on in my body. All these things where I'm like, oh, I could help someone else with this journey. Like, there is always a perspective shift, and that's what the universe is asking you to have, especially after these like last hard months, whatever you were going through. Could have just been like the winter months, felt really, you know, heavy, but there is a new era. There is a new era that you are unlocking, and it's time to be grateful so that you can just like get rocketed into this new era. It's time to be grateful for all those lessons. It's kind of time to like create that failure journal and, you know, write something that was bad and then come back to it and realize like, and try to think about how it actually impacted your life in a positive way. Maybe you can already think about these things or anticipate these things of like how this, like deep down, like how this actually is good for me, how this actually like helped me. That's kind of the energy right now of like, in order to step into this new era, into this new energy, there needs to be this gratitude for the past, even if it felt sucky. Because when we are grateful, we attract the life that we want to live. And that's just the freaking truth. That is like a universal truth I'm hearing. That is the truth of all truths. It's the truth. And just looked at my book that says the golden era. You are entering your golden era, and this is very exciting, and you've been wanting to enter it for so long, and it's like, and you also might already be like feeling this energy. I'm hearing like you might be going into this for a while, but there might have been a hiccup or two. There might have been a hiccup where you're like, go back into old behavior, go back into self-sabotage. I don't deserve these things. I, you know, need to cut this out, or I need to subconsciously stop myself from receiving these things. But that's kind of what this point is right now in time. You're like, I recognize I was going backwards after I had gone forward so much. I was going a little bit backwards, and now I am ready to go forwards again, and I'm ready to start. That was literally yesterday's video too. And yeah, it's just like, like the birds chirping this morning. There's sun shining. It's probably not that warm outside, but at least for me. But like things feel like brighter. Another thing, like I was about to say, and I wanted to get ready today, and like, you know, I'm doing the video in the morning. That's another thing too. But there might be this need to like, I don't know, dress up, do things a little bit differently, like express yourself. Like there really might need to be this need to like show parts of yourself that you have been hidden for the last few months, and you want people to see them. Like there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. Ooh, I just heard like Pisces season. So also like expressing emotions during this time, you know, and that might be just like through your dress and the way you move, or just needing to take a day that's slow, or, you know, all those things. Like Pisces season is like a time to connect to your soul, time to connect to spirit, time to connect to divine energy, but also like I was gonna say Jupiter energy. Like it's very expansive, you know, it's like it's very out of this world, and it's very like eclectic. I feel like there's more Aquarius energy, but like it is eclectic in a way. But I'm just like thinking about like, what is Ariana Grande a Pisces? I think she is a Pisces, but I'm just like thinking about her, like if you've seen her branding for her, I think it's a perfume, but it's like a cloud, and she did that like cloud makeup that one time. Like it's like I'm picturing like lilacs and purples and like, you know, just like those really creamy, like pastel-y colors. That's kind of like the vibe. Like that's kind of like you want to get into that energy, and express yourself. I don't know if any of those, if you relate to any of those. Let me know if you're like, I've been feeling a call towards lilac or whatever. But yeah, it's like a really exciting time, and you have to be excited for yourself. they're like, you can't just hear other people saying, oh, it's an exciting time. You have to be excited for yourself and like be really grateful for where you are and really proud of yourself right now, because you need the credit from internally. Like, it doesn't, I'm hearing like it's other people giving you the credit is gonna feel good, but I'm hearing like deep down you need to give yourself the credit, and you need to, you know, like really honor this phase. Oh, take yourself out to, I heard take yourself out to breakfast. That's such a cute idea. But like, treat yourself, like get yourself a sweet treat. Get like, you like deserve some like nourishment and like acknowledgement for like hard times. Damn, like what the F did you go through? Because it's like that like bare feeling. It's like you just went to battle and you're like bare, but you're like also still powerful and like beautiful and all those things, but you're like, but actually no one knows how much that kind of affected me, and I need to acknowledge myself. Like your inner child needs to be acknowledged right now, to be like, wow, that was hard, and I want to talk to you about it, so we can like, you know, meet halfway and come up with a plan, and like just both be acknowledged, your future self or your current self, your adult self, and your inner self, your inner child. Those two selves need to kind of come together to just like nourish each other and acknowledge each other, because there is some feeling of like not acknowledging that yet, and not being aware of that, not being aware of like the needs that you have inside. Okay, I feel like another message is coming through because my speech just kind of slowed down. Wow, I'm hearing there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You might be feeling unlovable right now. Damn. There's nothing wrong with you. You are so perfect. Your angels and guides want you to know that. Like, you are so perfectly you and unique and beautiful, and they really want you to hear that message, because maybe you've been doubting certain things about yourself, and you are beautiful. Like, they really just want you to hear that message. There's nothing wrong with you. Other people are gonna act differently. They're gonna do life their own way, but you don't need to please everyone. You really don't need to please everyone. That message has been coming up a lot. You don't need to please everyone. You're not gonna make everyone happy. And there's nothing wrong with you because of that. And like, love your freaking self. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, love yourself. Love yourself right now. You are doing amazing. Be grateful for be grateful for, I feel like there's another message coming through. I was about to like wrap up, but be grateful for everything that you have gone through, and cherish it. Oh, cherish it, because you're going to look back on this when you're 80 and you're going to be like, damn, I wish I loved myself during that time. I really wish I loved myself during that time, because I was doing amazing. I was hot, I was young, I was doing all these cool, crazy things, and that was awesome. And I was myself, and I was weird, and I was everything that I wanted to be. You got a siren going. Also, like, sleep. Oh, I'm hearing sleep. Like, sleep, make sure you're getting enough sleep right now, because there's big things to come. That message always, like, I want to hear the big things that are coming for you guys. Like, they're big things to come, and you got to be ready for it. So you got to be rested. You got to be rested to receive. Rested to receive. Okay, everyone, that was the last message. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.